what are you doing if your woman likes another man's Instagram photo?
Are you asking, do you want to know what I'm going to do? Mm-hmm. I'm going to let that slide because that's a normal thing.
Okay. What if he's looking mad sexy in the picture?
I might like it too.
Okay.
Like, I mean, there's nothing wrong with liking a picture. You know, rest in peace, Joe Stetics. I've liked a lot of his pictures.
Okay.
He's a good looking man.
Fair enough. Shumba?
I don't care. It's social media. It's nothing serious.
Okay.
Let me ask you a question.
What's that?
What would you do?
I'll probably yell at her.
Yell?
We get in an argument for sure.
Yeah.
Be like, why are you liking that motherfucker's picture? Yeah, no, for sure.
Is it going to depend on how he looks?
Yeah, kind of.
Like, what if it was like a Chris Farley fan page?
No, if it's like the fat homeboy, I'm gonna let it slide. But if that fool mad sexy, we for sure we gonna have a little dispute about it.
Let's say the fat homeboy had a genetic mutation where he was well endowed. How about then?
How am I gonna know? I'm not gonna know.
From the
Pause. Anyways, so we have a Tennessee Titans player in some trouble because he decided to just strangle his girl over liking a guy's Instagram photo. A little extreme. I don't know if I'd go that far. I might just start a little toxic fight because that's how I like to do things. Maybe have some makeup sex. But his girl strangled him back too, I believe.
Well, she also did get arrested and booked for the same crime, which, if I'm correct, is aggravated assault by strangulation.
Yeah, so, I mean, it sounds like they got some little solid going.
Some would call that a toxic relationship.
Some would call it an entertaining relationship.
Entertaining?
Exciting, maybe?
Well, they're in jail, and $10,000 has been spent just on bond. I don't know how exciting that is for you, but I can't even afford this type of excitement. I'm not even in that realm of excitement.
I mean, I'm sure the sex is great when you guys get out, though.
I think, what do they call that? Post-nut clarity? I think post-nut clarity is the same no matter how much you spend on the sex. I think it's regretful no matter what you do. That's my opinion, though. That's just my personal opinion. If you like to strangle your ladies, if you like to strangle your men, hope it's consensual.
Hopefully. I mean, so I guess neither of them are really going to be doing too much time together. You guys think they're going to stay together?
Yes, absolutely, 100%. People that are like this, they always go back to each other.
I'm feeling a real Blueface and his chick energy from this.
Krishan Rock or whatever her name is.
Sure.
Or what was it? They did all the crack together. Bobby Brown and Tina Turner?
Allegedly.
It's not Tina Turner. Jesus Christ. It's
not Tina Turner. Ike Turner beat Tina Turner. That's right. That's the correct one. It was, you know who I'm talking about. She was in The Bodyguard. Whitney Houston. Yes, Whitney Houston.
Oh my God, you can't even make your own references.
Well, they always went. My point was Bobby Brown and Whitney Houston always went back to each other.
Yeah, from doing crack, not strangling each other and beating each other.
What's the difference? What's the difference between doing crack and then beating each other?
A little bit of crack is the difference. Okay. So, let us know down in the comments below. What would you guys do if your girl was liking Instagram photos? Would you let it slide? You getting in a toxic fight? You gonna have some makeup sex? What you gonna do? So for this next story, what do we have here? We have Diddy, right? Diddy is suing the parent company of Ciroc because he's saying that I'm just gonna, in layman terms, like make it real short. He's saying they're racist. He's saying that they only want to kind of push to the urban community and looking at it as a black brand, I believe was his words.
I can see why he would be upset by that, considering that he makes music and he's seen as a representative of certain cultures and stuff. And to put his name behind something like that, it bodes bad on him. So to make that statement, I think, is morally correct.
Do you guys think he has a chance in this?
I think Diddy has a lot of money. I think Diddy can get endorsed.
So does Ciroc.
Now, one thing that it does say here is that the parent company of Ciroc also owns a few other brands. They have a counterclaim saying that despite having made nearly $1 billion over the course of our 15-year relationship, Mr. Combs contributed a total of $1,000 and refused to honor his commitments. And they're essentially stating that he only put $1,000 in to get Ciroc and apparently was supposed to do some other promotions, and he's since backed down from doing those commitments, and that's why they're saying that this entire lawsuit that he's doing is kind of frivolous. It's all just a media stunt.
So what you're getting at is that he's using the race card kind of to say, because he didn't fulfill his contractual obligation, he's trying to use that as the excuse for why he didn't do that.
Now, hold on, guys. Let's be honest. Let's take you guys back. We're going in a time machine, right? We're going to 2010, 2011. everyone, you watch a Meek Mill video, a Waka video, all the stuff that's popping at the time. What are they drinking? Rick Ross. You got Ciroc bottles everywhere. Ciroc is like the thing, right? I think Diddy kind of just like, he did his thing. He did push it. Everyone like, kind of like when they think of Ciroc, they think of Diddy. Now, I think Diddy, like, so that's in Diddy's defense. But I also think Diddy's kind of like being a little slimy because right now the current thing is tequila. You got Casamigas going crazy. You got 1942 going crazy. All that stuff like that. Everyone's kind of trying to get into the tequila race. So I think he's trying to get out of like the sweetened vodka kind of branding and trying to push towards the tequila because he was trying to start a tequila brand, if I'm not mistaken. Is that not mentioned in the article, Shumba?
Yes, it says that after the success of Ciroc, Diego and Diddy Combs' business, Combs Wine and Spirits, they decided to go on another joint venture for a tequila named De Leon. And it was a 50-50 partnership. So both of them had 50% equity. But Diego was the company that actually funded it. And they spent $100 million since 2007 and now funding this entire business. And Diddy hasn't actually put in any money for that venture. And that's why they're a little upset there. And of course, Diddy's firing back with saying he hasn't done anything on that front because they aren't really marketing Ciroc outside of traditionally black neighborhoods and to black consumers, seeing him as a leader for that specific
in all fairness, I haven't seen Ciroc really push just since like the 2010s to 2015-ish area of like rap music videos.
I'll be honest though, everybody drank Ciroc in 2010, 2011. I drank a healthy share of it myself. And I don't think it was cornholed into one specific subculture or group.
Yeah, but you heard of it probably from like...
I heard about it from rap music, but rap music is... rap music is...
It influences the culture.
Several cultures. Like, I mean, what is that statistic that most of the NWA albums were bought by? It was like 70% of white kids bought it. Like, this is where most of their sales came from.
I don't know.
Rap music is consumed, is what I was trying to say, by every demographic, usually. Like, you see a lot of trends go from rap music to not just black culture, but to white culture. Like, it all transcends.
Yeah, once it hits the mainstream, for sure.
So what I see this is as, and this is just my opinion, is Diddy just not wanting to fulfill contractual obligation. This is his excuse to kind of counter it in court. He hasn't done what he was supposed to do. If he only put in a certain amount of money and he was supposed to fulfill the rest of his obligation with exposure and didn't do that, then yeah, he's in the wrong. And he can't just fall back and be like, well, you guys tried to market it to a specific race.
Now, this could be a situation where both of their claims are valid. You know what I mean? Diego could really have a viable claim if Diddy on paper was supposed to supply some sort of funding to that joint venture, and he hasn't, despite his amount of earnings from Ciroc back in the day being, into the billions? They said nearly $1 billion over the course of our 15-year relationship.
Honestly, if a company takes care of me that well, I'm going to be loyal as hell to them.
But then you also have to ask the question is how much of that $15 billion or how much of that $1 million revenue can you contribute to Diddy's influence, his exposure?
I would say a good, healthy percentage because Diddy is synonymous with Ciroc.
Maybe a good counterpoint from him is that maybe he didn't fulfill the contractual obligations, but he fulfilled them in a different way by still promoting it through social media. That he could prove through other, like you said, in other rap music and other videos that Ciroc obviously spread through the culture. Like you said, 2010 through 2011, what was everybody drinking?
Yeah, it was Ciroc. But of course, the entire counterclaim that Diego's putting up would have happened after Ciroc.
Well, we'll see. Let us know down in the comments below. You guys think Diddy's going to win this, or you guys think Ciroc and the parent company are going to win this? And I don't know, you think Ciroc took good care of Diddy, or you think Diddy's just being ungrateful? Who knows?
Is this just another toxic relationship?
Yeah.
Will they end up back together?
So for our next subject, we have Kodak Black. And Kodak Black, you know, he's a super gremlin.
He can do no wrong. I love Kodak Black. There's something about him, I don't know what it is, but I just feel like he can't do anything wrong. He's innocent. Look at his face. When you see him, when you see that face, does that scream criminal to you?
Yes.
Oh, well.
So he decides, after being given numerous chances by the legal system and opportunities that no normal person would be granted, including being pardoned by the president or former president Donald Trump, he just decided to stop showing up to drug tests for drug charges. And he has done some Instagram lives where he looks rather under the influence.
Or these sides, whatever. By the time you wake up, you gonna end up somewhere else like this, or like that shit like that. Basically, you got the ability to move. Like get to the road, and it's tight. So if you either try to do this, or try to like turn.
I'd call those blatant assumptions. We can't just assume that Kodak Black was doing drugs. Maybe he was busy. He's a busy man. Like you said, he has high up connections, man. Maybe he was hanging with Donald Trump or the president or something. Nobody has time to take drug tests. And if you're hanging out with people like that, you're probably not doing drugs. That's all I can say. The man makes great music. He can do no wrong. They're just kind of, I don't know. I feel like people just hate him for being great and awesome. But in all seriousness, yeah, he definitely violated a lot of, what do they call that?
Probation?
Probationary clauses?
No, he just violated probation.
He just violated
Like,
probation.
No, yeah, he's not in the right. What do you?
I'm gonna be real too. He's in Florida, and Florida's a little harsh on the punishment.
Let's keep in mind the reason that Kodak Black was actually on probation was because there was a warrant issued nearly a year after the Florida rapper was arrested on multiple drug charges, 1 count of trafficking oxycodone and 1 count of possession of a controlled substance without a prescription.
And let's not forget that he did take a drug test that failed allegedly for fentanyl, and they even got the guy who was like taking the drug test submissions to be like, oh, I was starstruck and I mixed them up. That man lost his job probably. I don't have
So
any
hold on.
definitive proof on that, but I'm almost positive he lost his job. And there's no proof for this, but I do believe that Kodak Black's team just paid him to be like, hey, my bad, I was starstruck, I mixed it up.
So Kodak failed a drug test for fentanyl.
At one point, yes, like a few months back.
So that says more about his dealer than Kodak. He was trying to buy drugs, and his drug dealer sold him fentanyl. This is a Mac Miller situation. We need to punish the drug dealer instead of Kodak Black.
But we don't know what he was actually going to go purchase. We just know what was in his system.
We've heard him all
Thank
say
you,
before,
Shimbo.
I knew the perky was fake, but I took it still because I'm a gremlin.
He said this?
He did say that in a song. I just realized that just reaffirms your guys' position.
Thank you.
I'm lost. I'm not going to lie. I can't save him anymore.
Now,
You can only hold face for so long.
something interesting about this is Kodak Black's lawyer argued in the rapper's court appearance earlier today to get rid of pretrial supervisions, which the judge agreed. However, that meant Black's bond was increased from $75,000 to $250,000, and he had to go through the booking process in jail again. He did end up paying the $175,000 difference between the old bond and the new bond, and I think he is now off of probation, or at least pretrial supervision.
Yeah, he's going to get out. That's what that tells me. So one thing that's nice about Kodak is he won't lie to your face. He'll let you know that he's hood, okay? And he'll say sorry. He said, I'm sorry, y'all. I'm just so hood. He doesn't cover it up. He admits it. And people hate that he's honest, that he's real.
Now, real quick, what do you guys think about Kodak's situation as a whole? What do you guys think about his mental state going through all this, and why do you think he's still, even at the height of his fame and everything else, why is he still messing around with these kinds of substances?
He's a drug addict.
Yeah.
That's it. He's a drug addict.
I could argue we could make that same claim for like several, like Kurt Cobain. What was that movie they made with Mark Wahlberg about the wall? Or
You are so lost in the sauce right now. What?
No, most musicians that are very popular, they do drugs or they have substance abuse problems. It's a common thing across the board. Elvis died from drug use.
Mackie Mac is an actor.
Who?
Mackie Mac.
Yeah, but that movie that he was in was about a musician.
Oh, okay.
It was called Rockstar.
This guy reaching like
It's reaching. What I'm trying to get at is that you were very hard pressed to find somebody that's in the music industry or famous that does not have a drug abuse problem.
No.
Like I want to know one person, like name one person off the top of your head that doesn't have a drug abuse problem that's famous.
simple.
Macklemore.
Oh, there we go.
Sustainable, I guess. Good example. That's one.
Do you guys think Kodak is going to get better in the future? Or do you guys think that the
No, hell no. Kodak is a
From all my
lost cause. This man is going to be a gremlin until he dies.
I've been sarcastic the whole time, but I do agree with Rugburn on this one. There is no saving that man from his own. He does not listen to anybody. He only makes decisions based off what Kodak Black said. That's my opinion.
controversial question, do you guys think the drugs make Kodak a better artist?
Probably.
I'd argue they are a part of his sound. But I also think he can make music without the drugs.
Hold on, though. Let's be honest. Free Melly, lock up Kodak.
Whoa. I tell you to go fuck yourself.
I don't agree with you on that.
Hold on. I'm just saying. Kodak clearly is doing drugs. We don't know Melly was in the car when he killed somebody. So, like, I think it's a
When he
fair
what?
trade. When he, like, allegedly killed somebody. Like, see, because it was probably someone else in the car because we don't know when he got out or whatever. So, like, I'm just saying Kodak failed a drug test. So we know he's guilty. So go ahead, lock Kodak up. Free Melly. Let's get another couple Melly albums. You know what I'm saying? Someone that's innocent and innocent. Just a good person, you know?
Man, that copium really hitting hard, huh?
I'm just saying, like, we have no proof, but we do have proof that Kodak is bad. So let's go ahead, lock Kodak up for a little bit, let him detox,
Okay.
you know, and
Here.
then we'll free Melly in the meantime.
I have a really good question for you. You like Juice WRLD a lot, don't you?
I don't see where this is going.
No, I'm just asking. You like Juice WRLD a lot, right?
I don't see where this is.
He's a great artist. Probably one of the greatest that ever lived.
Okay.
Did he do drugs?
No.
No?
Yeah.
Would you be saying the same shit if this was Juice WRLD?
Listen, if Juice WRLD wasn't dead, he should be free, yeah.
But Kodak needs to go to jail for failing a drug test?
Yeah. Just kidding. I don't know. Free Kodak too. With that being said, let us know what you feel down below. Do you think Kodak should do some jail time? Do you think he's learned? I don't know. Do you guys think that they're going a little hard on Kodak, or do you think that he's had entirely too many chances? Let us know in the comments down below.
Do you think if YNW Melly is executed, they should let Kodak out for free? Let us know below.
Out of pocket. So we have the YSL trial going on, but we have someone that wasn't involved with the trial that's currently going on, but he is involved with YSL allegedly, and he is being booked for a murder that took place in, what was it, 2022? And he's called FN DaDealer, which
Yeah, it was
stand-up citizen.
June 5th, 2022, I believe.
June 5th, 2022. That's when the murder took place, correct?
Correct.
Yeah, so he allegedly shot someone in their car. Now he's being booked on that instead of the YSL stuff. This obviously doesn't look good for Thug. And this is, I think this guy's already fighting an uphill battle because who calls himself FN DaDealer?
Luckily enough, he's not going up against any drug charges that we know of.
Oh, good, just murder.
I think I brought this up earlier that I find the street code so funny because it's always like, don't snitch. But then there's names like FN DaDealer. You know, if you're going to snitch, don't tell it about anybody else committing a crime. Just talk about you committing the crime on the rap song, but layered in metaphors.
Does he even rap?
Well, why would he have a name FN DaDealer if he's not making music?
I've never heard of him.
I mean, I guess people have street names, right? Like Birdman, is that a street name? Or is that just a media name?
Why would you pick like one of the like most infamous and famous like music people?
He'd be kissing people. I don't know. He's weird.
Now, it seems like they don't have a lot to go on with this guy. Realistically, all they've said so far, at least, was that the victim, Termaine Glasper, age 28, was found with multiple gunshot wounds in a car at an apartment complex on June 5th. I'm not sure if they have any actual hard evidence on him or anything like that. His mom's saying that it's just a case of mistaken identity, and they're trying to get a lawyer to help fight for him on that side.
It appears there was 2 other participants in the crime. It says 3 suspects in the shooting. So we don't even know if he was the trigger man. It also says earlier for his role in the killing. So we don't even know what his part was totally. We just know he's been arrested. Is that what you're getting at?
Right, exactly. We don't know that he's actually going to get pinned with this long term. Now, let me ask you guys a question here. This doesn't have anything to do with the ongoing trial of YSL or anything like that, but do you guys think that this could have been gang motivated or anything like that?
I mean, let's be honest, guys. With a name like FN DaDealer, I'm sure he's like a stand-up citizen. He probably has a 9-to-5. We're looking at probably like $50,000 a year doing something like some office job, you know, something legitimate, something where he's just being an honest person. With a name like FN DaDealer, I really can't see him doing anything wrong or street-like. He that's probably the reason he wasn't locked up on the YSL stuff, because he's an upstanding citizen.
Well, to be honest, I bet when he signed up for his 401k, he used FN DaDealer instead of Termaine Glasper as his official name because he's such an upstanding citizen, and that name carries so much weight in the community.
Yeah, not like the street community, but like You know,
I'm
like,
talking the regular community.
FN the dealer, his name is actually Jacoby Moody.
Oh, I was wrong about that. I'm sorry. I was so used to the FN the dealer. I thought that was his legal name.
I find myself in an interesting spot here. Just because he carries the handle or carries the name YSL, right? And he has the name FN the dealer, I don't think that's enough to necessarily say that he definitely did this. Now, of course, we still have to wait and find out exactly what evidence the police have on him, because I assume that since he has been arrested and bond has been set and everything at, I believe it's 10,000.
really?
Only 10,000 for murder?
Actually, no, I'm thinking of a different case. I'm sorry. It has not been posted for this one, but he has been arrested. So I'm assuming that they do have some amount of evidence to point to him doing it, whether that is DNA, video, whatever have you. That's just something we'll have to wait over time. But I don't think, maybe just the name itself is enough.
Well, they would have to
No,
have
it is
something to
suspect.
arrest him, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wonder if this does have anything to do with Young Thug, though.
No, probably not. Anyways, let us know down below. Do you guys think FN the dealer is a upstanding citizen? Do you think he pays his taxes? Do you guys just think he's just a good member of the community? And do you think that him being associated with YSL kind of is screwing him a little in this whole thing? Let us know in the comments down below. Let us also know down in the comments, what story did you enjoy the most? With that being said, I'm Rugburn,
And I'm Pickled Landon.
and this is Tombstone Tourist.